Hey yo, what is up? You're looking at the new WZ-111 Model 6 with the 3D skin, and this is slated to be the Battle Pass extended reward tank. So you're going to be able to grind this tank out like a reward tank, and that is the early indication that I'm getting. I'm not 100% sure that this will happen, but the rumors are this is going to be the extended Battle Pass reward tank coming out together with 1.21.1. So let's take a look at the final stats available that's been released out on this tank. What we have here, of course, is a heavy tank, Chinese Tech 3. Initially, it was going to have 218 penetration, but I do believe that the penetration is buffed to 225, and they're going to stick to that. The good part is this thing is going to shoot stock APCR shells, which means you're going to get high velocity shells, which is 1050 meters per second. That's not too bad, and 225 pen for stock shells, that's pretty good. That means you can play in tier 8s and even some tier 9 matchups without having to dab the 2 key and fire premium shells. So that is the good thing about this tank. Unfortunately, this tank looks a little bit like is it the Polish tank or the Czechoslovakian tank, the TNH, which is basically a TNH turret stuck onto a WZ-111 hull. Basically, that's what it is. But with the 3D skin, it does look a little bit more sexy, and I think it's going to be a bit more appealing to most people, and that's what I think anyway. But yeah, looking at the stats, pretty basic tier 8 heavy tank stats. 1550 hit points, 680 horsepower with 14.78 power to weight ratio. Not a really high power to weight ratio, but not really low as well. If you take a look at the silhouette from a distance, it doesn't look like it's very much different. You can't really tell the difference between this and any of the Chinese heavy tanks like a WZ or a 112. It basically has the cookie cutter Chinese heavy tank look, and I don't know if it's a good thing or it's a bad thing, but take it for what it is. I don't mind the look. Taking a look at the armor, pretty much same armor as the WZ-111. It has that kind of like pointed nose on the upper hull. Lower plate is pretty high, which means you can easily shoot the lower plate even from a distance. You can easily target it, and it's like 180, 190 on the lower plate. If you have 200 millimeters of penetration, you're gonna be cutting through that lower plate pretty easily. If it's on an angle, however, you want to be shooting that upper front plate instead of the lower plate, because of that diamond shape up in the front. When it's angled this way, you want to be shooting that upper plate where you will get a flatter surface for you to penetrate, and it's a lot easier to penetrate because it's just like, at this angle, 180, 170, no problem. Even if you had stock AP shells with 180 plus 190 penetration, you'd be able to hit the upper plate at an angle. Frontally, however, you don't want to shoot the upper plate, you want to shoot the lower plate. The strength is on its turret, the mantlet, the shields out in the front of the turret. You don't want to hit anywhere on the front of the mantlet because it is highly sloped, highly armored. It's got spaced armor. So basically, if you encounter this tank sitting in a hull down position or sitting in a hole and the only thing you've got to shoot at is the turret, the mantlet. It is pretty difficult to get any of the turret, unless of course you're shooting on the side. Then you know, it's a game on. Anything on the side, on the back, it's not going to be a problem to pen. But frontally, if you only have the turret to shoot at, I suggest you just move on, find something else to aim, find someone else to shoot at, because you're not going to be able to penetrate this frontal turret not easily anyway. You're going to need very high penetrating gun. Once again, we're taking a look at the 3D skin for this tank. It is pretty cool. I like it a lot. It looks a lot like the WZ-111 tier 10. It looks like that tier 10 skin, and it's pretty cool. I think if you're going for this this tank in the battle pass, if it is a battle pass reward you know, mission tank, you want to do it with the 3D skin if that's at all possible. I think it's gonna you know take extra steps to do it, but it's going to be totally worth it, because the 3D skin is what's going to make this tank pop. I think in its standard look, it's kind of plain, kind of simple looking. Just looks like a regular WZ-111. Tier 8 111 Alpine Tiger has the same hull. WZ-111-5A in Tier 10 has the same hull. I don't think it's anything too special. The green color, the China green color anyway, isn't very appealing in my opinion. If it had some kind of like veteran camo, it would look not too bad, better than this green anyway. But the good thing about the Chinese factory is they do have a lot of camouflage options, which is you know, pretty good, because you've got all that funky striped colors that you can get from the Chinese factory, which is also transparent. You can put a solid color, you can paint the tank a solid color underneath, and then place one of those transparent camouflage skins on top of it, which looks pretty cool. This is of course if you don't have that 3D skin, but if you can, you're gonna try and grind out and try and get that 3D skin, because that 3D skin is the one that's gonna make this look pop. I think it's gonna be really good looking with the 3D skin. Without the 3D skin, it's just gonna be so-so. But anyway, this is the WZ-111 Mod 6. We've gone through the stats, you can see it for yourself. Around 9 seconds, 9.88 seconds reload time. You can probably get it down to about 7.5 seconds with 0.38 dispersion and 2.3 moving dispersion. You're definitely going to need to run some kind of vertical stabilization, or maybe in a combination with the turbo vertical stabilization or something like that. You know, it's up to you. There's many ways you can play it, with all kinds of standard equipment, bounty equipment, and now you have experimental equipment. Do what you want with it, but I believe this tank is going to be the Battle Pass rewards tank. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and got some useful information. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.